All right, hello everyone, and welcome to our annual Silicon North Stars Demo Day. We are super excited to be back in person here live in St. Paul for the first time in over 18 months. I'm Mary Grove, and this is my husband, Steve. We are the founders of Silicon North Stars. Silicon North Stars is a nonprofit organization that we founded in 2013, and our mission is specifically to educate and inspire youth from economically underserved communities in Minnesota towards futures in tech. This is our 7th year running the program, and we could not be more excited to share it with all of you. So thank you so much for tuning in.
So we're at the end of a two-day summit here at Osborne 370 in downtown St. Paul, where students have heard from a variety of inspiring speakers. They've learned what it means to create a startup, and now they're going to pitch their own startup to all of you in this demo day. But first, of course, we want you to meet the students. These are incredible young people from across the Twin Cities and beyond who we've just had such a pleasure getting to know over the past few days. So we're going to ask them to come forward onto the stage and share with you their name, the school that they go to, and their favorite part of the summit so far. So without further ado, please meet our 2021 Silicon North Stars.
Hi, my name's Ashton. I'm going to be a sophomore at Patrick Henry High School, and my favorite part was splitting into groups and talking with the mentors.
Hi, my name's Adia. I'm going to be a 10th grader at De La Salle High, and I think my favorite part was hearing different companies talk about their stories and all that.
Hi, my name is Charlie. I'm going to be a junior at Southwest High School next year, and my favorite part was probably hearing all the startups and learning what it means to be an entrepreneur.
Hi, my name is Ben, and I'm going to be a freshman at Highland, and my highlight is probably meeting new people.
Hi, my name is Salman. I'm going to be a sophomore in Southwest High School. My favorite part of the summit was talking to the mentors.
Hi, my name is Keelan. I'm going to sophomore at Harding, and my favorite part for these 2 days have been meeting the entrepreneurs.
Hi, my name is Hawa. I'm a sophomore at Hopewell High School. My favorite part was meeting the mentors.
Hi, my name is Adelaide. I'm going to be a sophomore at Grand Canyon University, and my favorite part was learning from all the mentors.
Hi, my name is Mary. I'm going to be a senior at South High School, and my favorite part was learning more about the entrepreneur process and meeting founders.
Hey, I'm Big Team. I'm an incoming freshman at the University of Minnesota, and my favorite part of the summit was the mentor activity.
Hi, my name is Houti. I'm going to be an 11th grader at Harding High School, and my favorite part about the summit was being able to talk to the mentors and learn about their experiences.
Hi, my name is Shira. I'm going to be a senior at Deer River High School, and my favorite part of the summit was meeting all of y'all.
Hello, my name is Poe. I'm going to be a sophomore at the University of Minnesota Duluth, and my favorite part was reconnecting with my peers.
Hello, my name is Bashan. I'm going to freshman at North High School, and my favorite part was meeting people here at Silicon.
Hey there, I'm Aiden. I'm heading into 9th grade, and my favorite part were the motivational speakers.
Hey, my name is Serenity. I'm going to be a freshman at Brooklyn Center High School, and my favorite part of the past two summits were speaking with the mentors and brainstorming with them.
Hi, my name is Yusna Toy. I'll be a junior at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, and my favorite part of the summit has been hearing stories from startup companies like River Health and Siskit.
Hello, my name is Andrea, and I'm gonna be a sophomore in Johnson High School. And my favorite part of coming here to the summit has been getting inspired by the speakers who came in these last 2 days.
Hi, my name's Avery. I'm going to be a junior at Washington Tech, and my favorite part was just getting to see everyone in person again.
Thank you so much to all our students. One more round of applause for our 2021 class. Before we get started with pitches, I just want to say a few words of thanks and gratitude to our tremendous team and our partner organizations who make all of this possible. So first, a huge thank you to Gario Harrison, to Jeremy Lundborg and our partners at the Step Up program, to Matthew Grove, and I want to thank our student recruitment partners who include Step Up, Washington Technology, Magnet High School, Humboldt High School, Right Track, and the Boys and Girls Club. So thank you all very much for your support. Lastly, Silicon North Stars is a 100% cost-free program for all of our students, and we wouldn't be able to do it without the generous support of so many sponsors and supporters. So a big thank you to the Minneapolis Foundation, the Knight Foundation, to Best Buy, and to about 100 other donors, including this year's Silicon North Stars Founder Circle. We had over 60 startup founders in the Minnesota tech community supporting all of our students, and it means a great deal. So thank you all very, very much. With that, I'd like to tee up the main event, so the startup pitch. Each year, it's a Silicon North Stars tradition to pose one pressing social challenge to our students. They then break into teams. They take all the learnings in the first half of the summit, and they put themselves into the shoes of the startup founder and the entrepreneur. They form ideas, and they'll pitch them live here in a moment. So this year, the challenge we presented our students with, couldn't be more relevant to where we're living now, and that is use technology to create a solution that improves student mental health in Minnesota. So student mental health is the core challenge that we're tackling here today. And the way this is going to work, we have 5 teams who will be pitching. Each team will have 5 minutes to present their idea and their vision. They'll take a couple questions from the audience. Then when we're finished, we're actually going to turn the tables on our students and have them become venture investors. So each student has been allocated a budget of $500, and they will allocate that investment across the teams. So it could be $500 to one team, it could be $100 to 5 teams, you get the point. And so at the end, we will see who is the victor. And the rule is that you can invest in your own team. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Matthew to get us started with our program.
So by the luck of the draw, team number 1, do we have a volunteer last minute? Yeah, sounds like we got a volunteer. Yeah.
Hi, my name is America Ramasco. I'm one of the co-founders of Unmasked.
Hi, my name is Serenity. I'm one of the co-founders of Unmasked. Hi, my name is Adia. I'm one of the co-founders of Unmasked.
I'm Charlie, the final co-master of Unmasked.
So, our company is called Unmasked. It's actually a combination of the first letter of all of our names. And so, what we're trying to do is match students who are struggling with their mental health with therapists and good quality mental health services. And I personally have struggled with my own mental health. I think we all have. And it's really a big problem when trying to get resources for students and for ourselves. And it can be a lot of different things out there, and it can be really confusing to start.
So the problem was that Minneapolis schools didn't have enough guidance counselors or therapists, and none of the students had access to them to get the help that they needed.
And so I can give an example of my own personal experience. And so, after I kind of realized I was struggling with mental health, and I talked to people in my network, my friends and my family, and I decided that I should try to find therapy, professional help and guidance. But I didn't really know where to start. I didn't really know where to go to. And I was wondering, like, I wanted to find a therapist that looked like me, who had treated people who had similar, problems that I had had, and who also I could afford and were in my insurance network. So what is Unmasked? So what we're doing is we're connecting you directly to therapists. If I wanted a therapist who was an African American woman and who was in my price range and was in my insurance network, I would be able to do that through this platform. But we realized that not all students have access to mental health insurance or are able to pay for these services. And so we created other ways for students to connect with us.
We are going to help students connect to mental health professionals through schools, which through our website, they will, there's 2 ways to connect, either through a guidance counselor, like signing the student up for our program, or a student directly going to our program and signing themselves up to get a mental health professional that caters most to their needs.
But what if you can't pay for those services or your school hasn't connected with our product?
If your school hasn't connected to their product, or if you personally can't afford it, we also offer a plethora of free services like tips and tricks from professionals who can help students find stuff that they need, or a free mood calendar to help students track their feelings throughout the months.
So why does this all matter? I mean, if you get to a therapist, you understand your problem, you may even have a diagnosis, but why are we working so hard to fix a problem that not everyone has? Well, the students that do have it really struggle. Personally, I know with my team. I mean, every day in the classroom is hard. So by getting personal and a little bit emotional, I'm trying to say that this is a real problem and this is the easy solution for it. So let's all just unmask.
Sponsors Michelle Obama, so we're on the right track. Right. Personally, reach out to us too.
Do we have any questions from the audience? Yes.
So you guys were talking about people who cannot afford it. So for the people who can afford it and the people who can't, they do have it's a different experience. Like they don't get the same treatment. So what's different?
For the people who can't afford it, they will be able to just directly get connected with a therapist. And for the people who can't afford it, their school would either be a paid service paid by the school, or if they aren't able, or if their school doesn't sponsor that, they will be able to just do online, find tips for how to better deal with their mental health by themselves.
Or just, like a guide, like a description of what is ADHD, what is bulimia, what is all of these things, because the internet's a pretty big and confusing place and there's a lot of misinformation out there, so if there was just one place students could go to learn more about things they're wondering about,
That was a great presentation. Thank you so much. My questions are on the therapist side. How do you plan to find and then recruit and hire therapists onto the platform?
Well, I think we can directly reach out to therapists and we can go into actual health partners or other kind of healthcare providers, and we're just the middleman between connecting the people who need therapists and schools, and that way we can actually help the students like us.
My school does have therapists on site, and they work with different medical facilities in the area to bring those therapists in, and so we would essentially be doing that.
Also, a big reason a lot of people aren't able to connect to therapists, besides just finances, is traveling. It takes so long to drive from place A to place B, especially having to do it constantly, multiple times a month or a week. So this would be helping with that.
Great. Thank you so much.
Please welcome. Are you guys Precure? All right. Please welcome Precure to the front.
we're pre-care. I'm Adelaide, one of the co-founders.
Hi, I'm Hawa, one of the co-founders.
I'm Keelan, one of the co-founders.
We are
Pre-care.
A private and secure mental health that will support students through a software app.
The problem with mental health these days is that although there's more discussion around it, in more recent times, a lot of students are still struggling privately with it. Whether it's families who don't want to hear what you have to say or don't want to support you because it's not something that they are comfortable with or accept, grew up in a different time, or you are limited by insurance or access to it, maybe it's transportation. All those things should never stop someone from having the accessibility to mental health support that they deserve. Everybody deserves the same fair treatment and the same accessibility across the board.
We believe we are the best fit to solve this issue because we ourselves are students. And we know people who struggle with these issues. We want to give people the opportunity to help their own loved ones.
As an individual that's dealt with mental health, I've always wanted and I have been on the other end of people and friends that I know just wanting me to listen to them and not have any input in what they're telling me. Our solution is a software app that will provide students access to a professionally licensed counselors. Our software will offer students with the options to video or solo call with a counselor or the option to talk to an AI virtually, where depending on their situation, if they're a human person, they have the option to go into a solo or a group call with a counselor. Our app also provides an AI chatbot that is question guided that will be used to determine a student's state of mind, so that if it is in a serious time or need, the survey or chatbot will send a notification to any available counselor that we'll have on hand, so that counselor can reach out to the student if needed. Our marketing strategy. We are going to try and talk to school districts that really care about their students' mental health. We will get in contact with these school districts and give them the opportunity to help out their students by buying a subscription from us on our app or website that they will be required to have on the students' technology, school technology, or personalized. The app will be there. But through a school, we're trying to have this app be available to students on school platform technology that they're provided through the school, so that they can reach out and at any time of the day, anywhere, anytime.
So,
we hope. Are you doing it, Jack?
Go for it.
All right. We hope that our helping hands can reach out not to just schools and their students, but our communities. As I've said, our children's health is our health.
Thank you.
What are the first few schools you guys are going to be reaching out to?
We're thinking about, so around the Twin Cities are the first places we were thinking about, and we knew that equity would be an issue with that. There's a lot of schools in parts of Minneapolis and parts of St. Paul that have really little funding and probably can't afford to actually afford counselors for their students. We talked about before the inequitable ratio between counselors and students at different schools. That number is super huge, and it's super unfair because those numbers are not the same at schools that have a lot of funding. So we were talking about having a sort of a sliding scale where schools who have more funding pay more for the subscription, and schools who have less funding pay the same ratio of less for the subscription. That way we get the same amount of revenue and we can equally divide up between the schools, so everybody has a chance and no school is left out because they don't have funding to afford it for their students.
Payments will also be calculated using the school districts, what the income of the surrounding community that the school is based on. And with the income tax rates that we'll be able to get from the surrounding community of the school, we'll be able to provide a more accurate payment plan for each school, depending on their situation even.
The chatbot idea is really interesting. What would happen if a student was using this and they had a mental health problem that the chatbot couldn't figure out how to solve?
If that were to happen, we haven't really thought of that yet, but if that were to happen, we'll have the chatbot will be able to send out an error warning to to developers and also counselors that will be able to get that notification, and we'll try to contact the student any way possible so we can get that student help.
Terrific presentation, thank you. I'm curious, how do you think that you differentiate or stand out from other competitive solutions in the market today?
I would say that we stand out because we're offering in future plans after the app is set and ready to go. We have a future plan of offering hologram glasses or hologram chats, where we'll be able to offer the video chats and the solo chats, the solo video calls through a hologram presentation of the counselor being present to give the student a sense of there is somebody here for me. And also, we'll be able to have the avatar that I have shown to the solution page. As we have shown, I don't have a accurate design, but our students will be able to have an avatar that they'll be able to customize, and that avatar will be in a human format or in any other format that they choose. So once the glasses come out and the student wears that glass, they'll be able to see that hologram of their avatar that they've created, who they will feel comfortable with. And they can talk to the AI through the hologram and not just in a chat-like or a voice command way like we've thought of. And also, I think we'll be different. Because we're going to offer different themes for the pages and the app depending on the student.
Thank you so much.
All right, welcome.
Hi, my name is Hawitsi, and I am one of the co-founders of Mental Detect, aka MD, and this is...
I'm Ben.
I'm Solomon.
And I am Yusnat. So at MD we have created an artificial intelligence that can come in the form of an accessory, or also in the form of somebody you trust. As a picture, it can come from anything that can detect mental illness, because to be able to solve a problem, we first have to be able to identify it.
So the problem we're trying to solve is that 24% of females miss school because they're either sad, hopeless, or anxious. We know that 40% of Americans face mental health conditions, and half of those people start facing those conditions at the age of 14. So one of our students, or one of our people that we've helped is Tao. He was a freshman at Harding, and he had a lot of behavioral issues, whether that was at school or at home. And one thing that we didn't know was he was facing a lot of mental health problems, and those were the reasons for his outbursts.
Our product is for school nurses, which can identify students to monitor with our devices so that they can research further help on their mental illness. It's also for hospitals, so doctors can prescribe it to patients. We plan to create a partnership with districts, mental health clinics, and hospitals to help promote and be aware of our product. For individual buyers, we match what you buy.
So our team have come up with some solutions. One of them are artificial intelligence. The benefit of artificial intelligence is desensitize DSM-5 and detect any symptom of any mental illness and give consolation and helpful tips to take take care of yourself if you're diagnosed, and include emergency contact and important numbers, and also include over 2,000 languages if the students are not native in English. And we also help create funds for schools to have enough guidance counselors, and we also educate families about mental illness too.
Now imagine Tao is now a junior in high school, and because of MD and the device that we had, we were able to come back that he had depression and anxiety, and through that, the school and like the teachers and his family was able to provide him resources to help him so that he can become the next successful leader, the next successful president, maybe even the next entrepreneurship to change the world, and that's all thanks to MD. And because of that, the impact, Tway can be you, can be your neighbor, the next, like anybody in your society. So thank you. And now we'll be opening the floors for any questions or suggestions.
What process does your technology go through to identify these mental illnesses? Is it through like brain scans or verbal answers to questions, or?
So it is with like any accessory you choose. It detects it through like your blood levels, your anxiety and stress, and with the AI, it is able using DMS5. It takes that program that's already been created and it applies it to an AI, which is able to detect and produce it within about 2 weeks.
So DSM-5 is something that's like done on paper. It's like questions that you're asked where students are like, oh, if you answer a certain way, it kind of like detects what it is. But what we're doing is basically digitizing that using technology so that it's working faster, and like resources, we're giving it to schools so that when like you see like a student like having outbursts or something, it's not because they're just doing that to be like a troublemaker. It's probably they're going through something, and we're able to detect that through MD. Yeah. Yes.
I really like your guys' idea. I think it's really, really cool. I'm just kind of wondering, like, what if a student, like, about like privacy, like, what if a student doesn't want other people to kind of know about this, or they want like something they want to keep to themselves?
That is an option because it is on you, so it's something that will alert you, but you are able to take that information to anybody you please. So if you want to go to the doctor's office and maybe you want medication for it, or you want to see a therapist, we are able to give that to you.
Excellent.
Hello, my name is Poe. I'm one of the co-founders of Me My Mind.
Hi, my name is Shira. I'm also one of the co-founders.
Hi, my name is Bashan.
And I am Aiden.
So our goal is, how can we use technology to help improve students' mental health in Minnesota?
You might not know that ADHD, anxiety, depression, and behavior problems are among the most common diagnosed mental disorders in Minnesota, in children. Let's start off small. 1.9 million children have been diagnosed with depression. Go a little bit further. 4.4 million children have anxiety. 4.5 million children have some sort of behavior problem. And 6.1 million children have received a diagnosis of ADHD.
And this is our company, Me My Mind. So our solution is, we came up with an app that's based off of a survey that's able to help students detect their mental problems.
Okay, so our app consists of, it looks like this. I don't know if y'all can see. This is like a little mini prototype, okay? It starts off with the logo being in the top left corner, and then the first introduction of the app is a brief survey. Rather than it being yes or no questions, we made it a scale of 1 to 10, because I know that it's extremely hard to just like answer a question just yes or no. It might be in between, or a little bit more yes, a little bit more no. So that's just to get a better like sense of the students' feelings and whatnot. And then the second thing that we offer is an online virtual visit because of COVID, And then the second one is in-person visits. You can do these in a group or also solo with just you and your therapist. And the last thing that we offer is a hotline. So it's available 24/7, and we promise speedy callbacks so we can just get to you as soon as possible so you're never feeling like too much alone with your thoughts. We're here all the time for you.
We'll promote our app to school administrations because students spend most of their time in a classroom or school setting.
We want the administrative to buy our app and give it to students for free so they're able to help students with mental health issues.
We also plan to promote our company to social media because a lot of kids are on social media, like all of us, as far as like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram goes. And we plan on using social media as a way to spread the word also with administrators because we know, especially with COVID, it's forced us to be more virtual. Everything's kind of online now, and it's very hard to get back in person with human interaction and contact. This picture right here, these two pictures are, this one is supposed to show like a person who's in pain and there's people comforting them. The same for that one. We chose this picture to describe the impact because I know personally when I was going through like a deep time in my life, I just wanted somebody there to listen to me without any like judgment or feeling like I couldn't say what I needed to say. And so I feel like everybody, not just me, in your darkest times, you need someone just there to listen to you and to comfort you in those moments. So that's my personal impact to this app, and that's why I believe in it so much.
Thank you.
Questions do we have from our audience members live?
Yes.
So when you get into the app and then you answer all the questions, like what happens from then on?
It tells you, it diagnoses you with your mental health, or if you don't have any, it tells you that you're fine, but the app will allow you to connect with anybody. If you feel like you're diagnosed wrongly, you can talk to a guidance counselor and they'll help you and you don't have to do the app again because you can talk to a human and they'll tell you and it's okay.
And the app is not just supposed to tell you like you're wrong or you're right. It's to get a better sense of how you're feeling in that moment and so that the therapist can know directly what to get you started on your journey to help. Any other questions?
Describe the TikTok integration. So if I'm on TikTok and you're partnered with them, how would I come across your technology on TikTok?
So on TikTok, everybody has like a For You page and it's basically like your interests, but there's also videos that you like wouldn't even like think about that pop up on there. So as of now, TikTok has like a little video that stops, like it plays and it tells you like, hey, stop scrolling, you've been on here for a while, and it kind of like lets you reflect and maybe want to go outside or maybe try to get more human interaction. So our goal is to just get like a sponsored video in between like a period of videos to let you know that, hey, we're here, we see you, and you can come to us if you need to.
Love it.
What kind of resources or help are you looking for in the next 6 months?
As far as like investors go?
Or any resources to grow the business?
Okay, you want to answer?
So we want to partner with all the schools in the Twin Cities. We want to be able to have kids get on our app for free by the government paying for it because schools do have budgets and some can be set aside for mental health, which we know we don't have enough counselors in the Twin Cities at the moment. But by going virtual, students are able to have more often visits, and it could be during school hour too, we're thinking.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming to our presentation. We are the I Corporation, working to empower your experience.
This is our team. I am Ashton Jones, Chief Executive Officer.
I'm Casey Lamesta. I'm the Chief Whiteboard Manager.
My name is Avery Timmerman. I'm the Chief Enthusiasm Director.
Hello, my name is Andrea, and I'm the head of the Big Brain Department.
Some of the problems that some of the students are facing are struggling to unsolve traumatic experiences that affect their daily lives. Many students don't want to seek out mental health resources for varieties of reasons, such as fear of judgment and stigma, or lack of affordability and limited accessibility being the main one. Students are also overall more stressed than they've ever been.
So I will be telling you a short story today. Her name is Elise. She's a 16-year-old high school student in her junior year of high school. As you can imagine, she has been very stressed lately, especially since she has to worry about college standardized tests, college essays, and college admissions. Not only this, but Elise suffers from emotional trauma, and of course she has been looking for a therapist, but she has sadly not been able to find one that suits her needs. Two things we know about Elise is that she likes gaming, and she also loves traveling. Thankfully, Vision Booth can not only help her with stress, but it can also help her with her emotional trauma. Finding and bettering her mental health has never been easier.
Thanks for introducing it. This is our product, the Vision Booth. It looks on the outside like a normal photo booth, which is part of the discrete feature that we like for students, since a lot of students don't really like being open about their mental health or want people to know, what's going on. Our features include a system that we use to help heal students' trauma. That is what we wanted to focus on because a lot of mental health issues stem from that. It uses a real-life therapeutic technique called EMDR, which bilaterally stimulates your brain while your therapist talks with you to help you process and work through your trauma. This way, it eliminates the anxiety of having to go to a real therapist and does the bilateral stimulation automatically, if you so choose to mode, and is complete with a virtual therapist to help talk you through it. The therapist can also help you with other mental health issues like depression and anxiety, and we even included an online feature that helps you connect with other users of the product that struggle with their mental health. And in this way, you can create support groups with these same peers and increase your social interaction, which is proven to help benefit your mental health. It is a discreet, accessible, and affordable mental health care product.
Our marketing strategy. So we market our product as a VR gaming and travel experience. We market it as an experience so that it's more discreet and it's also easier to use. So anyone can use it. And we'll also be merging with local community education facilities, and this just keeps it so that it's more affordable and it's more readily available. And lastly, we'll be partnering with school counselors and hospitals. I think this by far should be our biggest market because, well, since we're targeting students, schools are going to be a big part of that, and also for counselors and therapists, some of them are specialized, and from the point of students wanting to look for counselors and counselors looking for students, it helps both connect those two together.
Our impact is that we have created more anonymity for the students to be able to get mental health care that they really need. It's very convenient because it is in the places where the students go, and a lot of times only like upper middle class or richer people can afford like affordable health care. So putting it in places like community centers where everyone can go is a much easier way to get it to the people who need it the most.
It can also be fun. So we're adding in this new idea. So therapy doesn't have to be this thing that you kind of have to work yourself up to. It could be an alternative. It could be a fun experience.
And there's no product on the market like it today. Any questions?
Thank you.
I think that is a really great product here. I also really like their name and the logo. It's awesome. So I was wondering, for a lot of
students, especially students in low-income areas, who don't really have access to like VR headsets or VR gaming. So we kind of like thinking it like more in the future as VR becomes more accessible, or are you offering like VR headsets as a part of your company? Will you be giving it to older students?
Well, we were thinking of putting the booths primarily in community centers, like putting even like just a separate room to do that. So that way the kids wouldn't need their own. They could go into this photo booth like contraption and get, you know, the services that they need. And yeah, that way it would be accessible and they wouldn't have to pay too much because it would be readily available for everyone.
So when, like, if you're wanting to go to these, how do you do it? Do you like set up an appointment? Do you wait in a line? Like, how is it like? Because mental health is very much a I need help now kind of thing. So how are you guys providing that?
There's 2 ways about it. You could go and get diagnosed with a professional, and they will be able to help you so that you can have a specific type of therapy. Because we do offer that, the bilateral one, and that also makes it so that like anyone can go into the booth, and you can just have a virtual reality. But with our thing, if you have like a prescription or like a therapy, you can come in and then you can kind of set that up.
Right.
And
So you get diagnosed, and then you guys are the people who help them like
Yeah.
overcome that.
And even if you don't have a diagnosis, you can still go in. It's not like something that you need to,
Right.
put in your diagnosis beforehand. To make specific appointments, we were thinking of having it all be on your phone, since everyone has a phone, and that would be, accessible for people. You could have an appointment. You could go to your neighborhood community center, spend an hour in these booths, and maybe help work toward healing.
We love that.
So those are amazing presentations, everyone.
So all of our students, as a reminder, i.e. our venture investors, have had a chance to reflect on how they want to allocate their $500 of investment capital. And the verdict is in. It was a very tight, competitive field. We had 5 amazing teams present. We are extremely proud of you all. And the winner with how many dollars of investment?
$2,554.
Wow. Is
Unmasked.
Do
It was extremely close.
Congratulations.
They're each getting a $2,554. So I'm about to do a team picture, all 4 of you. Maybe just
Should we
before-
like, oh, we're 6.
Right.
Should we
Let me just before them first? Yeah.
Should we dodge?
You wanna?
Okay.
Well, thank you all for joining us for this Silicon North Stars demo day. We're thrilled to have you here. Amazing students, amazing experience. Congrats again to Unmask and to all teams. Give a fine round of applause for our 2021.
Thanks again to everyone for your support. We have a number of opportunities to get involved to support our students and our community throughout the year, so you can find us online at siliconnorthstars.org. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Thanks, everybody.